So shortly after reviewing the X1 Carbon, the X1 Yoga showed up at my door, and I gotta say, even though it's obviously similar to the Carbon, the Yoga's like the cooler, more attractive, athletically capable sibling that people hope show up to the party. Just like my sponsor, STDKey.com. If you're a member of the frugal gang like I am, head over to STDKey.com to find awesome deals on game keys and software licenses like Windows 10 Pro for under $17. And if you enter the secret frugal gang promo code JB20 at checkout, you'll get an additional 20% off. So make us all proud. Click the link in the description and start saving some money. First off, just look at this thing. We've got a sort of silver satin finish in an all-metal body. It's 15.5 millimeters thin and weighs only 3 pounds. It's just a sharp-looking device with solid build quality and abs of steel. All the ports have these polished chamfered cutouts, which is a really nice touch, and just like on the Carbon, there's 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, HDMI, a couple of USB-A ports, an audio combo jack, and a proprietary network port that you'd use with either a dongle or Lenovo's docking station. There's a bunch of display options, which includes a 4K option with Dolby Display HDR 400, but the review unit I was sent came with the more standard 1080p low power option. And same as the Carbon, I noticed it's not a one-hand opener, which is kind of disappointing, but shouldn't be a deal breaker unless you're actually that lazy. Anyways, there's a webcam privacy guard at the top. The display's got great color gamut, so looking at photos or watching content is gonna be awesome. And the screen gets plenty bright, although after testing, not quite as bright as the product page claims. Now, since it sports the name Yoga, of course it comes with a complimentary series of yoga videos for you to practice at home with, which is totally untrue, so don't go looking, but it does bend all the way backwards, which serves all sorts of convenient purposes, but made even more convenient with a touchscreen and its built-in Wacom pen with around 2,000 points of pressure. So if you're a student, you could use this to load your papers or whatever and highlight things and take notes. You could sketch things out while listening to your boring-ass professor with that monotone voice everyone hates, who also secretly has an ASMR channel, or if you're a business person, digitally signing documents just got stupid easy. And just like the Carbon, the backlit keyboard feels awesome to type on with a 1.5mm travel distance. The red track point nip hasn't gone anywhere, but the click-style trackpad with Microsoft drivers feels even better than my experience with the Carbon, because I think the surface material's a bit smoother, providing better finger glide. And then of course, there's the fingerprint reader right next to it. Now at the top of the deck, there's this kind of makeshift soundbar, at least that's the super technical term I'm gonna go with. And there's a couple of speakers to cover the highs, and then there's another 2 on the bottom for the lows. And man, for a device this thin, I was really surprised with the audio quality. Just to be clear, that's a good surprise, because it can get loud enough to fill a room and sounds pretty full too. I'm really digging it. Now, based on the specs included in my review unit, and keeping in mind this is a productivity laptop, not a gaming machine, yeah, performance is decent, but stress testing showed that it's not gonna reach its max boost clock speed on all 4 cores, but did get up to an average 2.9 GHz with an average 77 degrees Celsius. So if you're looking for a little more power, I'd suggest going with the i7-8665U CPU option along with 16 gigs of RAM instead of mine, which came with the 8565U and only 8 gigs of RAM. That said, with the fans cranked, it still stays really quiet at only 37 dB, and when it's idle or being lightly used, it's like dead silent. Now, getting off the bottom panel's really easy, but just like the Carbon, not a whole lot you can do other than clean the fan, swap out the SSD, and replace the 51 watt-hour battery, which gave me about 8.5 hours of usage at 245 nits or 90% screen brightness. At the end of the day, I think it's a really well-made Ultrabook with convenience and productivity in mind that both students and really anyone not looking to game should love. I think it's great. Anyways, I'll have a link to the product page in the description, along with a download link for the bloody wallpaper so I don't get harassed in the comments. But that does it for this one. Hopefully you liked the video. If you did, show me some love with that like button, subscribe if you're new to my stuff, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram to see what I'm up to next. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Cheers.